In Islam, polygamy has rules.
Yes.
Right? It's not like anybody can just do it for whatever reason, right? There are rules how to treat the different wives, how to deal with the different time frames with the children, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But there are times, even right now, where polygamy is necessary, right? For example, we just had a war in Iraq, and so many of the men in Iraq had been killed. Many of the women had to resort to selling their body for money because they had no other way to make a living. In Ukraine for right now, so many men are dying that the number of Ukrainian women is multiplying. So the reality is that in most of the world, men are fewer in number because men also die younger due to heart problems and all that and stress that men have.
Yeah.
So in those times, women have to have a way to get married, right? So in those situations, if a man takes a second wife, or for example, if he's married and they can't have kids, for example, and his wife tells him, I know many people like that, the wife says, you know what, take another wife. I don't want to leave you. I love you. But, you know, we want to have kids if you're our own. Let her have kids and we'll raise them together. If they're okay with it, why would we have a problem with it?
No, but I'm saying, you're saying that's very extreme situation.
That's not. I mean, like for people not having kids, I know many people personally.
No, I'm saying, let's say, okay, is it permissible to have more than one wife, even if like she's still fertile?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
If you're good with it and your wife's good with it and another wife's good with it, why would it be a problem for me?
But you can still do it if your wife isn't okay with it, though.
So when your wife's not okay with it, there are some rules and regulations that come into play, right?
Yeah.
Where she can say, look, for example, he's not taking care of me, he's not fulfilling my needs, and she can get out of that marriage if she's not okay with it. She can call for what's a khula.
Okay.
If you're not fulfilling the rights of the first wife and you're taking a second, she can then ask for a khula, she can ask for a divorce. But if you're okay with it and she's okay with it and the other one's okay with it, let me give you an example. You're a studly young man, mashallah, right? Let's say you get married and your physical needs are greater than your wife. For example, right? That she's like, look, I got a headache, step off, right? And you're like, look, I don't want to go and look at corn or, you know, go and pick up a, see, the Western society is filled with hypocrisy, right? And that's what I don't like. I like to be straight about it, right? Like you, right? Here, you see all these massage parlors, right? All these people, all these men.
It's legal in Australia.
Really?
It's legal in Australia.
I did not know that. So now think about it. Is that better for a man to be going to random prostitutes or getting another wife?
Get another wife.
All right, you're Muslim, bro. What are you waiting for? We'll keep going with the questions, but take your shahada, man.
Oh man, I just want to say I really appreciate
Thank you.
how genuine you are, and the
You
fact,
too.
because I just want to know the truth. You know, that's my main motivation. Like, I don't
wonderful.
have an agenda.
I can tell.
I just want the truth. So that's why I appreciate it.
You already agree the truth that there's one God, right? You already agree that none should be worshipped except one God, right?
Yeah.
You already agreed God sent prophets like the Prophet Muhammad who could not have known those things. That revelation is what taught him those facts that he could not have known, right? That is the shahada. You're done. You're Muslim, bro.
But back to the first thing.
Go ahead.
What would happen to a Muslim if they become Muslim and then they say no?
If you're a Muslim today and tomorrow you decide you're not, nothing will happen to you. You do your thing. Like,
Do you think something should happen to me?
look, as I explained to you, in the society that you're living in, that we're in, the context we're talking about, I don't believe so. Right? Because Islam has checks and balances for everything. We don't have that here. So for here, tomorrow, if you come to me in the masjid and say, I'm not Muslim, Abi, may Allah guide you. That's it. All right? Go ahead.
The head wrapping thing.
Yeah.
Why is it that why is it that women should
Cover their body, not just their head. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess the hair in particular. Why is that?
Because hair, body, I mean, it's not just the hair. I mean, if you cover your hair and wear like a bikini, that's not acceptable Islamically, right? But the body of the woman is something beautiful, something that should be protected. Even right now, if you take your shirt off and walk around, nobody will say anything.
Yeah.
But if that woman takes her shirt off, you know, no bra, nothing, and walks around, she'll get a ticket for indecency, right? Why can you walk around without a shirt and she can't?
Because I don't have female.
Well, you still have breasts, right? Right? I'm not trying to check inside, but right? But the point there being, the men and women are different. Women have beauty in their body in places that men don't. Every society agrees with that. Right now, If you go to the Amazon, there are people that walk around fully naked, right? But if you did that in Australia, you would get arrested, right? So in Islam, we have laws of decency, right? And the decency of the woman is to cover her beauty in front of non-mahram, in front of men that are not related to her. She doesn't have to cover her head at home with her father and her brother and her husband. She can be naked with her husband. That's for them to enjoy, right? But in front of her father, her brother, her uncles, or relatives that are we call mahram, she cannot be fully naked, but her hair can be showing, her forearms and legs and parts of the leg, things like that, which would be normal at home, right? But when she comes out here in society, she doesn't want all these random men looking at her body and getting excited and possibly then harming her and things like that.
I'm talking about the hair though. The body,
So I mean, the hair is something beautiful as well, right?
it's beautiful, but I wouldn't say it should be covered.
Again, so what you say should be covered and what I should be covered may be different.
Yeah.
So what we do is instead of me and you, we go back to what Allah says. And then Allah says everything is covered except what's needed, right?
And that's in the Quran, or is
That's in the Quran, yeah. Surah Al-Ahzab and Surah Nur. I'll give you the verses, yeah?
Yeah.
But again, it's not something we force on women. If you talk to any woman that's walking around, with her cover, ask her, anybody force you? No. But this is the decency and honor that a Muslim woman has. When you see a woman covered, you don't think, oh my God, look at that on her, right? You think, man, that's a religious woman. That's a woman that's dedicated to God. But when you see a woman walking around in a bikini and a little top and Daisy Duke shorts, be honest, what do you think about?
I don't like it, and I think your body should be covered. I think.
There you go.
But the head wrap is.
Yeah, so again, so you agree that the beauty of a woman should be covered, right?
Yes, but not necessarily the hair. It's
So
just,
again, now we're getting into semantics of what should and what shouldn't, right?
Yeah.
So instead of leaving it to my and your discretion, we'll just go to what God says. Makes sense, right?
Yeah. What is it?
But we agree. Well, he says that all of your beauty should be covered except what's ordinarily apparent, right?
So it doesn't necessarily.
No. The Quran doesn't say hair, neck, elbow, chest, hip. That's not the way it is, right? It gives you the general jalabi hinna, cover the beauty, right? There you go. Makes sense, right?
So could I still be a Muslim and not be with the covering the hair?
You still be a Muslim, yes.
Okay.
I mean, would you be fulfilling the order of the hijab? No, but being a Muslim is your belief. The rest you have to work on. So there are many Muslim sisters that don't wear the hijab. May Allah guide them and protect them. But they're still Muslim.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah. No, I like that. So your thought.
All of it makes sense.
Do you think a woman, if she doesn't cover her hair, her head should be shaved?
No, that's Bible. That's not the
That's
Quran.
Bible.
Yeah.
I was here a couple of months ago. Some guy here told me that. That was his opinion.
Well, he's wrong.
Yeah, okay.
In Islam, that's not a thing.
Okay, so where's it?
That's in the Bible.
Because it was a Muslim that said that. He said
Maybe he was trying to say the Bible said it. Maybe
some sort of Islamic text.
No, that's absolutely not true. There is no Islamic text. I'll show it to you in the Bible, though.
Yeah, no. So I was just. No, he's wrong then. That's not.
He's wrong. You want to see it in the Bible or no?
No, I believe you, man.
Oh, come on, man. Let's just have fun. Enjoy it, man. But every woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head, for that is one and the same as if her head were to be shaved. For if a woman does not cover, let her head be shaved. But if it's shameful for a woman to have short or shaved head, let her be covered. That's a biblical thing.
So that was his
not
belief.
Islamic.
But okay, sure.
In Islam, we do not shave women's head for not covering.
Good.
That is absolutely nowhere in Islam. Cleared that up too, right?
Well, I'm clearing everything up.
Nice.